What's up, guys? It's me, Jelly. I know, shocking considering the, OC and everything. Okay, but, enough with the yapping, and let's get straight to the point, because clearly you clicked on the video for that. Mitsuki, one of the, if most, popular gacha tubers out there. If you are at all in the gacha or art community, there's a good chance that you've heard of her. She became popular for one of the people to create the gacha cute art style, and slowly, or maybe not even super slowly, gained popularity over the years. She has started multiple trends, or at least made more trends popular, and recently created, I believe, the color mixing trend, or Mazatella trend. I don't know what it's called. And as you may expect with all aspects of popularity, at one point you will have someone copy you, especially if it is online. And Mitsuki has come across many tracers and copiers, and the easiest way to stop them is to confront them and make the creator aware. After all, she has made it clear multiple times that she is uncomfortable with tracing, copying, heavy inspiration, and any sort of anything under that radar. And even if it is common for a creator to have copiers and tracers, it is very important for the creator to become aware. So even if you find a tracer or a copier and you're like, oh, well, the creator has many, so they probably won't care. No, still make them aware, especially since Mitsuki has just created a new art style for the most part, or just quote unquote rebirthed her old art style. So it is very important for her to be made aware of who's copying, that way she can confront the person. Of course, do not send any harassment or hate towards this person, even if it is only under this video, because from the videos I've seen from them and their and their skill, it has been made clear that they are likely a child, and they should not have to deal with online hate at a young age. Even if they aren't 3 years old, it is unfair to them. And so this video is only made to spread awareness and make Mitsuki aware, because I would never want to accuse someone without any sort of proof, and also for the tracer to learn from the consequences of their actions and to grow from it and learn. So while gathering proof for this video, I went on to their channel to view what other videos they had made and realized that they likely traced another creator that isn't as well known but is still super talented, but I will get to that aspect later. Now I will get onto the proof and the identity of the tracer. Okay, so this could have been formatted way better, but please just bear with me. The proof for this video came from their Mazatella trend, and I just came across it on my For You page, and seconds into watching the video, I immediately realized that they likely had copied/traced Mitsuki, especially with many aspects, including the clothing and hair. To start off with a less specific showing of it, there are many aspects in the art that are very similar and likely are traced. To start off, the anatomy of the body, there is a exact overlay for the shape of the breast and the clothing style, because the way that the clothing was shaped was very accurate to Mitsuki's, to the point that I believe that I was traced. If you would notice, there is a exact part that was copied to small details that you would notice were likely copied and traced. To start off, there is a buckle on the sock, and the shoes are extremely similar. And of course, Mitsuki doesn't own clothing styles, but the way that they are made is extremely and uncomfortably similar, because there are an exact number of buckles on the shoe, and the placement of the buckle on the sock, and there's many other smaller details that I will point out when I get to the smaller details. Now onto the smaller details. For the hair, there is exactly 11 sections of the bangs, which there is no way you could have a coincidence where you just so happen to have the exact same number of sections on the bangs and they just so happened to be all layered the exact same, because there is a side, more extended bang and then the smaller parts, and she just so happened to get all of those exactly matched up, which is much less than a coincidence, or much more, oh gosh. But then we go on to the ponytail, where you realize that there are exactly 7 ponytail sections on both, which is not just a coincidence. There's much more likely behind that, and even the extra hair parts are the exact same, which is not a coincidence if you realize. Sadly, none of the angles were the exact same from the difference in tweening skill, so the overlays that I showed don't look exactly accurate, especially on the hair. The only exact overlay that I could have gotten for the hair was the bangs, but it was an exact one-to-one match, especially if I were to trace over it and move it from another one of the arts to the other, it would likely have matched exactly. So the hands were the exact same, and I know, that was a very common hand shape in the trend, but the way that they matched up was way too close for comfort, I believe. Not only that, but also in Mitsuki's sock for the character, there is a specific rip area that was on the tracers too, and was matched up the exact same. Now, you can't always get everything straight from the art, so let's compare the videos now. Well then, there are many similarities that you may notice. To start off, a small detail that is not exactly noticeable and just is not meant to be sexualized in the slightest. It's just a small detail that not all people add. Anyways, there is the breasts bouncing to the movements, which just is a completely normal anatomy trait. Okay. But anyways, that was in both of the videos, and it seemed more as if since I watched a few of the Tracers videos, she didn't exactly add that to all of her animations and everything. So that leads me to believe that it was likely inspired from that video in specific. Next in the video, there also is the hair movements that was done. So in Mitsuki's video, the hair is kind of moving outwards than inwards in certain parts. In her video, the tracers seem to match up in the same way. Oh, what is this? Oh my gosh. No way. She traced and copied another one of Mitsuki's videos. And this one is much more blatantly copied because there is a clear way that she was recording the video, which was by recording her watching the video, which you can tell from the audio quality because it is low quality from that of recording from another surface or another device, which I've done in the past because, I didn't know how to extract audio or screen record. I don't know. I was a very dumb child. But there is a significant audio difference in quality because it will make it sound more far away. Not only that, but you can tell it's specifically from Mitsuki's video because her video, she had the Yoichi Tenkai said in it. Yeah. So that's Hatsuko's trend that she did, and you can tell very clearly that in the video it said Yoichi Tenkai in the Tracer's video. And then also the positioning of the whole artwork and everything was basically the exact same because she had the hand holding the orb and then the legs crossing over another surface, which I believe in her video was a moon. but it was very blatantly copied. I also did an overlay on that one. I realized that the face shape matched perfectly, and the hair shading was also in the same places, and the hair was like moving outwards, and there was just way too many parts that were copied. Now I have another surprise for you, and something that personally made me more offended because it came from one of my idols. Because yes, I do kind of idolize Mitsuki, but this is from one of my like idols I've been idolizing for a long time. Maria Rose, or Maria Rose Genmari. So she's not as well known in the gacha community, but she did start like one of the trends, or at least make one of the trends more popular. And it was like the Gacha Life versus Gacha Life 2 versus like Ibis Paint. And so I was looking at her other videos to see if she copied any of the other videos, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, that is a very, very specific face shape, because Maria Rose does a specific, or like Maki, I'm going to call her Maki for the rest of the time. She has a very specific, form of her art style, which is a very common thing, is in side angles. There'll be like a bit of a cheek bulging out, but she has a specific way that she does that. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, that looks a lot like that. And so I did an overlay. And when I tell you it's an exact matchup, I mean, it is an exact matchup. Yeah. And so also not only that, but the eye shading and stuff was the exact same, because like the dark to light, like it was the exact same. I don't have much else I have to say on this topic, but just don't trace. Please, once again, don't send harassment to the person in this video who's tracing. They don't deserve it. They seem very young, and if anything, I just want them to learn from their mistakes and to make the creators aware so they can solve this privately. That's it. Don't expect exposing videos from me, but please, Mitsuki and Maria Rose, if you guys see this, could you guys please just take care of this, because you both are very talented people, and I don't want you both to be traced. That's all. Bye, silly fishies. Yeah. Bye-bye.